So I just want to start by saying that I'm super thankful for anyone that's supported this series and has been, I don't know, leaving comments and leaving likes and, has just stuck around to watch it to the end. Because we are getting very close to the night that I met Melinders for the first time. And granted, this story will continue on a little bit past that very first night because it takes Melinda and I a little bit to actually get going into a relationship. But, I don't know. So I'm going to try and finish it before Black Ops 2. But we might have to use some Black Ops 2 gameplay to do that. But speaking of Black Ops 2, wanted to ask you guys real quick while you're watching this. I am really wanting to do a Road to Commander for it. I don't know. It's just a series I've always wanted to do. Ever since I started watching other people do it. And I was like, that seems like a lot of fun. It seems like a really cool way to, I don't know, to post Call of Duty, to be, a Call of Duty commentator. I think it just, I don't know, it freshens it up for me. And I want to do it, like, right out of the box. Because that's always the time that the game is the most fun for me. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, basically what I'm trying to say is let me know. I want to ask you first. I'm not saying that I will or won't do it based off of what you guys say, but I'm gonna use it to gauge my decision heavily. A big part of me is really wanting to do it, and is pretty sure that I'm going to. But if it gets an overwhelming amount of hate, you can bet your ass that I'm not going to. So let me know. If you guys support it, that would be awesome. So let me know in the comments. I've said that a million times, and I'm working on not repeating myself. But let's get into the story with all that said and done. God, why do I sound like that? I'm just trying to talk to you guys naturally here. So last time I left off with Carrie and the New Year's kiss and the New Year's party and the panic attack that followed, and I went home with Carrie that night. Ended up staying with her, and she was crashing at my friend Brittany and Steven's house. They were living together at the time. And it's kind of crazy because it's kind of the first night I hung out with them too. I had known them randomly through shows, and we had just started playing, and I think Steven and I think even Brittany had come to our first show, which we played in Conway, that college town that I spent so much time in. But yeah, we stayed there. I was super nervous, just because it'd been a while since I had been in that position, since Cassie. Things that I definitely wanted to focus on with the series. Okay, so that feeling right there of I've gone home with this girl, and as we all know, it wasn't the smartest choice, but that choice, it can be awesome. It can lead to better things, and at the time that you're making that decision, let me tell you, you're pumped, and if you're not pumped, you probably shouldn't be going home with that girl. But, if you are pumped, congratulations. I know the feeling, and, I can say that, oh man, I really don't know if there's a better feeling in the world than when you're stoked on a girl and things just line up and go well for you. I don't know, that's it for me. There's a lot of things that make it, and a pretty girl and acceptance are just, man, the living end right there. So, I was on cloud nine. The problem is that, Carrie and I first started talking because at the dinner party she announced that here in a little bit she was going to be moving to Japan to teach English. So already we start out on very borrowed time, which the entire time she's in town we have this amazing time together. Because we end up having a lot of fun that night, and then I'm trying to think of the order of events without stalling or being too awkward in conversation here. So, we have that New Year's night, and then a couple nights later we meet up at this restaurant called The House, and there's always this point for me when you're first, I don't know, that first couple conversations where you're having with that girl are just awesome because you're trying to impress them, of course. I feel like that's just a given. You want the person to like you, and you want to stand out. But at the same time, you want to be yourself, and I think that is important. I think we've mentioned this in past videos where if you're not yourself and you're not really, comfortable in the situation, that's going to show. They're going to realize that, and it's going to go to hell on you quickly. So, I was stoked in that while I was very nervous. I was able to just be like, okay, just take it easy and just talk. And I think that's the way to do it, man. It's good to be nervous. Being nervous to me means you give a shit. And so, I the nervous tension there is that motivator for me. It sometimes even lets me know, hey, I care about this and I need to pay attention to it. And plus, it's just exciting, you know. So the big problem there, I'm going to fast forward a little bit and try and get this in. That's the only problem with trying to do these series over Call of Duty videos, man, is I only got a limited amount of time. Yeah, you know, she ends up moving to Japan, and man, it's just I was bummed out, you know. I think, to put it lightly, it's not the most eloquent way to put it, but I was, you know, to be melodramatic about it, I was devastated, you know, because I just gotten back on the saddle and was so stoked on it, and like lost it again shortly after, you know, and not to any messed up situation between us or a fight, but rather now time and distance, and not just like, oh, she lives in a different city or a different state, but like, I mean, we're talking about a different country in general, like, I mean, mega different time zones. And at the time, I'm broke, you know, so I have very little chance of getting to go to Japan and visit. And so we try and talk and keep in touch through there, you know, and that's hard, you know. I end up wasting a lot of time with this because I should have recognized it for what it was, just a fun time. And when she moved, been like, okay, this was awesome. Let's just be friends. We had this awesome time together. Instead, we, you know, both, I think, initially tried to make it something more. And, you know, we're trying to talk through Skype and stuff like that, and it doesn't work out. Plus, personality-wise, we didn't match. Carrie is one of those girls that, I don't know, she would always talk about wanting to be free, and I just like lived to travel. And to me, like, I'm a homebody kind of person. I like being from my town, in my town, with my friends, and being part of a collective crew that I've built up and have worked toward, you know, because then I share, I guess, you know, in the victories and tribulations of that group, you know, and all of the struggle and progress that comes with it. You know, you belong. And I don't know, always traveling, she had like a million friends, but none that I could tell she was super close with, you know. And the ones that she was at the time, it just seemed superficial because they had no real time to reconnect, you know. And that, it just, especially when you're trying to be in a relationship with a person like that, whether, you know, whatever kind of relationship it is, you don't feel the equal amount of, I guess, of give and take. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, but, you know, you always feel like you're getting the short end of the stick, which after, you know, a long enough time will make you bitter as hell because you just, you know, you feel like you're getting crapped on. Yeah, I'm trying to even think, because that feeling went on so much. I wasted a whole summer, guys. Actually, you know, I meant to mention this earlier, too. She was really into True Blood, and so I remember I sat, like, for the whole night at this True Blood event that happened on campus, and because she wanted this woman's autograph, the woman that wrote these books, and I didn't know anything about True Blood, and I still really don't. But you know, that was the loneliest feeling. You know, I felt just like a real lonely, sad bastard there because I'm in this group of all these people that are there with friends. I had gone alone. I had to lie to my friends because I didn't want them knowing where I was because I was mega embarrassed to even be there, to be doing this, because at this point I was pretty sure that it was a lost cause. But I did it, you know, and I will link you to an email that I wrote a friend, a letter, because he had this online project about which we talk about kind of significant moments of loneliness, and that was a good one for me. So, Carrie, I guess, is going to take up another one, because here in a second we're going to see how I end up, I guess, getting my own balls and getting ready to push on and make time for myself. And that's Melinda. Not yet. We're talking about things. She just walked in the door. Guys, thanks for watching. You're going to see in the next part how I kind of progress out of this lazy, lonely summer that I found myself stuck in. And I will talk to you guys next time.